What's up, everybody, and welcome to probably one of my favorite streams. I know I say that a lot, but this one is my favorite stream because it doesn't all depend on me. I have other people to lean on. This is Toku Predictions Gotchard, or Gotchard? Gotchard. I heard Christian say Gotchard earlier, like real fast today on his YouTube video. So I was like, I'm gonna say it like that because it sounds more fluent. But I have three other contestants competing with me today in Toku Predictions Gotchard. And on this one, I promise you, I will score more than 3 points. That is my goal because it hasn't happened at all yet. But introducing first up is the man that makes sure every toy has two left hands. From Toku Topics, Josh Perry.
Hey, I'm here. The Lightning Collection is not. I don't know.
Next up is the guard to His Majesty, the royal guard to His Majesty. Am I saying that right?
It's a whole thing. Hi everyone. I'm a VTuber. My name is Kamen Knight. I am an Ultimate Ikemen 150 of the VTuber group Invicta and Royal Knight of His Majesty.
I could not have remembered.
There's more, but I'm not gonna do it right now.
Kane Knight is in the house, everyone.
Hi everyone.
And you may know him as Christian on the controls. You may know him as Alsace. You may know him as the not Power Rangers guy. I know him as YouTuber extraordinaire Christian Antoine.
Hawk, I want to thank you so much for that introduction right there. As some of you may know, this is not my first rodeo when it comes to tokusatsu predictions, and I'm what some of you may call a seasoned veteran. And now during my off season, I've been studying the film, and I've noticed that there are two types of players that come out to play this game. There's people who come on this show to have fun, and there's people who come to play the game. And as you can see, I have my notes, Hawk. I came prepared, and I have to tell you, I've come to play the game. So let's play, boys.
Those are your contestants of Toku Predictions Gotchard. Let me ask you real quick, boys, before we get started. How many times has everyone seen the first episode?
I've only seen it once.
Yes, just once.
Like I said, I've been studying the film about 10 times.
I've seen it twice, once on my own and then once on stream. I think I caught everything, but I don't know how much there is to catch in that first episode.
I feel like so much happened and also nothing happened.
Do you feel like so much happened?
If you really deep dive into it, you can see that there's a lot more going on here strategy-wise that, some of you may not catch the first run-through, but I'm sure we'll...
Are you boys ready to get to the game? You would say there are 3 categories during the game. You boys all know how to play Toku Predictions. We explained it before. The first category is worth 1 point apiece. There are 7 questions with a bonus question at the end. They're all yes or no answers. You can explain if you feel the need to, but your answer, the points will only be based on whether you answer yes or no. So, first up, will the final boss be beaten by base forms? Josh, let's start with you.
I guess that depends on, are we classifying base form as like the CGI monster?
I thought about it when I was writing it, and then I was like, no, I can't do that. That's probably an obvious no.
Because if we're gonna go with that, so I'd say if it's the CGI monstrosities, then yes. If it's not, then no.
You think it's gonna be beaten by the wild form?
I think so. Because I feel like we gotta have one of those like X8 kind of families or whatever where they're
where they go level 1.
Yeah. Let's do that again and hope, that way we always... Because I guess Revice could have done that too, but regardless, I'm gonna still go with it. Yeah. If it's wild form, yes. If it's not wild form.
Kane, what do you think?
I don't know. Just based on everything in the first episode, he seems to have like this friendship with the Kemis, and I feel like that's important. So I'm almost willing to say yes, it's going to be beaten by Steam Hopper.
Yeah.
But I don't know if maybe that's going to be upgraded. I don't actually know. But the Kemis themselves seem like they're very important to, the base form. I don't know what's going to happen, but I think so.
You saying that made me think like it would be so cool if he was just in his civilian form and like
I'm just gonna pull a
the
Kamen Rider
Kemis beat.
Forze.
Well, no, like he
Just
doesn't hit
headbutt
them.
him?
He doesn't hit them, but like the Kemis are the ones battling.
Oh.
Christian, what about you?
Well, Hawk, judging based on previous history, I'm projecting this out to be, I want to say a recolor of the final form will be used, maybe a silver or a golden version of Steam and Hopper. But for the purposes of this yes or no question, I'm just going to leave it at a simple yes. But if I could parlay that with a gold or a silver, potentially, I'd like that to be on the record.
He swears up and down that he like studied and wants to win this. This is the exact same answer he gave during the Revice one. He said Orange Vice is gonna beat the main.
That is exactly what I said last time. And I completely forgot that.
I'm gonna say yes for this one because like this is without a doubt the main Reiwa tradition they have going is like the base form beats the final boss. Number 2. Will the final boss be someone we met in the first episode? Kane, we'll start with you.
No, I don't think so. Actually, yes. Yes, it will.
Christian.
You know, Hawk, I've been thinking about this long and hard. And, just looking at all the cards we have in front of us, I'm going to have to say, just to keep it simple for now, yes. I would say one of the characters that we currently are aware of will be appearing as the final boss in the final episode. Yes.
Josh.
I'm also gonna say yes. I think I have like an idea of who I think could be. I don't want it to be, but like I feel like it could be, so I'm gonna go yes.
I'm gonna go with yes. I think it's Dilf Hunter Girl. I think it's Dark Sister Dilf Hunter is definitely gonna be the big bad.
I have 2 ideas of who it could be. I think it's either going to be the little girl or it's the teacher. That's my guess.
The teacher's a good one. I was gonna say the guy who gives him the driver, but like any of those 4 characters shown in the first episode could be the main bad. Number 3, which I would probably say is the other main Reiwa tradition we have in this lineup. Will the tertiary rider and or girl rider of the season get a half-baked final form? Christian, let's start with you.
Yes.
Josh.
No.
Kane.
Yes.
I want to state purely for the record, I don't think we get a girl rider this year, but if we do, I'm gonna say yes.
You have to have one every row.
Yeah.
At least one, yeah.
So far.
But like a final form that's just underwhelming. Yeah, I feel like they're gonna get that.
It's happened 4 times in a row, or I guess 3 because Saber didn't count. Number 4, will Hotoro get a 2-part form, meaning 2 separately sold toys in quarter 3? Start with the toy man, Josh.
Yes. Something's got to plug into that port at the top of the driver. That's just sitting there. So, and then probably something to plug into that. So yes, I'll say
Christian.
I do believe there will be stacking involved in terms of this, yeah.
Kane.
I do believe there is going to be stackability as well.
Yeah, they want your money. They want your money bad. It's another Reiwa tradition that has been on every single time, and it's always episode 25 to 30. So,
odd about that. That's true.
There's only so much you can do with 2 cards, and then what are the other ports for?
Number 5 is one that I talked about with the boys before we started. Will the final battle villain be redeemed in the end? This could be a full-on redemption like Hirobi in 01. This could be in Saber when he shows up and shakes his hand at the end and says, "You're the real god, Toma. You're right." Christian, let's start with you.
You know, Hawk, I really have to say this is a hard judgment to make because we just have so many all-star players out on this show so far. I would have to say I do believe with the cast that we have currently as they stand, I think everyone will end the season strong and end up being a good feller.
Josh, what about you?
First of all, I really hope it's not. I know it will be, but I just hope that it's not another Kamen Rider final boss. but I know that it will be.
I debated putting that on there instead of this, but it's like, it's not even a question anymore.
It's not, yeah. Because I mean, well, the last one you can make the argument that it isn't is what Geo, and even that you can kind of argue like sort of. I don't know. Something tells me I feel maybe we'll get like a kind of like a build situation where like they won't necessarily be redeemed in the finale, but like they'll come back in like the V Cinema or something to be like an anti-hero, that kind of thing, kind of like what they did with Evolt. So I'll say yes.
Okay.
This whole episode is just a different spin on Kamen Rider Force, and I think it'd be a nice change of pace if the final villain isn't redeemed. But I think they're going to be redeemed. Whoever it is, I'm pretty sure they're going to be redeemed. And if not, in the finale V Cinema or something like that. I mean, it just makes sense to me, the way that they're talking about following your dreams and friendship and all that fun stuff.
The true alchemy is changing enemies into friends. That's what it is. That's the true alchemy. I'm gonna say yes, the final villain will be redeemed, exactly for all the reasons you guys said. It's like, question number 6. The parallel Rider Chemi cards be in the show. Kane.
The parallel what?
The gimmick is the Ride Chemi cards.
Right.
And there are parallel versions of them in the boxes you can buy, like a Pokemon alt art.
I can't even imagine, but for that reason alone, yes. It's very much Kamen Rider. As much as I love it for the story, it's a buy the toys show, you know. So yes, 100%.
Yeah, Hoto are gonna hit that max rarity Henshin in the last episode with the Hopper parallel and the Steamliner one. Christian, what about you?
Seahawk, this is definitely a tough call to make. Just based on the fact that we've never really seen anything like this before in previous history, I'm gonna have to say yes, because given off previous history, they do often try to involve every toy into the series. So I will have to say, as of now, my answer would have to be yes.
Josh?
So I'm gonna say yes, but I don't think it's gonna be like what you just said, the Legend Parallel, like Hopper 1 and Steamliner in the finale.
Yeah.
I think so. There's that one. It's from Phase 0, and it's been out in other things. The like just Gotchard card. That's like the Legend Rider kind of cards.
Oh yes.
We haven't seen a parallel for that yet, as far as I know. I think we'll get a parallel of that card, and that would be the finale form thing.
I'm so split because I think it's gonna happen in the movie and not the main series. So I'm gonna say no.
I almost see it happening in like the Geats film, like the winter crossover film.
Yes.
Yeah, this feels like a movie thing for these parallels. If what you're saying is true, yeah, it feels like a movie thing.
Question number 7. Will a Heisei Rider show up in a movie or Gotchard TTFC special? Josh?
I'm gonna go with absolutely. I feel like with the show that it is, like with the setting and everything and the gimmicks, like there's no way we don't get like either like a Blade crossover or a Forze crossover or a Deno crossover because trains.
Christian?
All right, so this one's like actually hard. I genuinely don't know. I'm gonna have to say yeah. Like my heart wants to say yes, but like I can't see it happening with any one specific. So
Really?
Yeah.
There's not one specific rider you can see hanging out with alchemists with rings.
Oh, why did I not say that?
Oh,
Whose
dude, you should
whose anniversary is this
Whose
year?
like 10th anniversary was just announced and they've done nothing with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tag of them sitting
Oh.
right here.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm gonna have to say, Hawk. Given off previous record, you know, noting current history and where we're at in terms of you know, politics and the current state of affairs, I would have to say yes to potentially Kamen Rider Wizard. I would say would potentially make an appearance within the show.
Okay.
One of those four will happen.
Yeah, no, we're definitely gonna get anniversary riders showing up for no reason at all. In King Oger, we're having Daigo come back on his name alone.
It's happened every single year of the Reiwa era. So whether in a movie or a TTFC special. The main series, though, would be a first. But I'm going to say yes on that one, because there's just one rider who just fits in this show so well. Bonus question. If it doesn't happen, we won't throw it in there. But a lot of people have been talking about the Philosopher's Stone, and that's going to be some kind of power-up. I think it's funny because Saber, everyone was like, Excalibur is going to be the final form, and then it was a CGI robot form. So if that happens, we'll just throw this question out. But Philosopher's Stone, will it be the final form or the super form? Christian?
I'm gonna have to say no, as I am predicting the final form to have something to do with all the cards, all the monsters. I believe it's gonna be more of I see this being more of a monster catcher form, less of a philosopher alchemy form.
Gotcha, like a Pokemon Master then.
Precisely, yes.
Kane?
Super form.
I feel like it'll be like our previously mentioned friendship movie form. I think that would be. I think that's what it would be.
I will probably lose points, but I'm going to say no. It's not going to show up at all. And that's just mainly based on I want to go against everybody. All right. Round 2 is called All About the Numbers. Boys, this is all number based. If you are within 3, if you get it right on, you get 3 points. If you are 1 number away, you get 2 points. 2 numbers away, you get 1 point, and then the rest 0 points. But everything here is based on a number. Every answer will be that, and the max points you can get is 3 points each. So, question number 1. They have to be seen and named. Seen in their suit and named. Got this. Put that asterisk on this rule for geeks. How many riders do we get this season? Kane, we'll start with you.
Can I give 2 numbers? It has to be 1 number?
It has to be 1 number.
It has to be 1 number. 4.
Ooh, going small. Josh.
So is this just in series or like
in series? No movies, no TV
Okay.
series.
I'm gonna go with 7.
Christian.
So I've recently done a survey on the past 10 years of Kamen Rider series and exactly how many riders they have. Genuinely, this is in a video I did. And I have on good foundation to say that we will have no less than 10.
No less than 10.
No less than 10.
Is that allowed?
We will have, I will say 10 on the dot.
10 on the dot. I will say it doesn't count because it's like a different season. Most of the Reiwa traditions, I don't know if you guys noticed, I had to not include Geats in them because Geats kind of broke the mold. But Geats had 36 riders.
Oh my god.
that were seen and named. I'm gonna say 8. 8 riders for this season. Number 2. How many, because it is a different number, trust me, all the time. How many drivers do we get this season? Christian.
I would definitely say that the Gotchard driver is not universal. So by that I mean I do not believe that it can just be passed around by any player or any character within the series. So what I will say is I believe the Gotchard driver will be universal. We'll probably get one that is shared by 2 different riders, and then one that is sort of the throwaway bullshit one that may potentially get a recoloring. And we will have to get an expensive. We actually will have to get an expensive one. We're gonna have to get the expensive one with the crazy LEDs. That's like
that's one that turns into 2 different drivers.
Yeah. 6.
Josh, what do you say?
So when we say driver, it has to be a belt. It can't be like another transformation device.
It could be any transformation device. Like the they have to be a rider though. So as of now, the Valvarad thing wouldn't count.
That did not count. Okay.
I see.
So I would say, factoring in the expensive LED belt that they'll sell you again at the end of the show, because they'll sell it to you twice, just like the last 2 years. So I said, 7 riders. So I also agree. I think that there will be like one belt that like at least one of the rider uses. So I'll say at least 6 drivers.
Dane, how about you?
If I stick with my number of 4, I think I have to say 4. I have a feeling that each one is going to have its own. I don't think Toei is only going to sell you like 2 and
Yeah.
call it a day. No, they want to squeeze money. Christian's idea of, maybe 2 of them sharing the same belt. So I'm going to stick with 4, but I think 3 is also a good number.
I'm gonna say, what did I say? 7 riders, or did I say 8?
You said 8.
I said 8. I'll say 6 drivers then.
I just have a feeling it's going to pull like a Kamen Rider Wizard thing where like everyone gets a belt.
Dude, a Wizard has the user the driver that has the most users because everyone on the Earth becomes mage. Question number 3 is, how many episodes in total do we get this season, Josh?
I feel like we'll get 48.
One less this time.
Yeah.
Christian?
Running the numbers, Hawk, I would have to say roughly, I'm projecting somewhere within the 40s. Now, I feel most comfortable potentially around, I want to say 48. Reason being, I just do not see this season going all the way to 50. I just don't. So I'm going to have to say it's not going to make it all the way. It's going to get to 48 on the dot.
Kane.
I was thinking about this one today. 49. 49, I think. I don't think it's going to hit 50, but I think 49 is good.
I think we go 98, like the OG Kamen Rider.
Yeah, that's crazy.
we do 3 seasons worth.
How?
I think we go 47. Because like 48 is like where the sweet spot is for me. And for some reason we did 49 this year. So I think they reset back with 47.
It would be wild if they just don't tell people they're going to do like 98 episodes again and just
keep going.
We don't know what's happening.
It's like here's the scans next September. Why is it still Gotchard? Number 4. How many main rider final forms do we get? Geets did not get this, but in the past Reiwa seasons, like 01 for example, he has Arc 1, he has 02. Saber, he has Cross Saber, and then he has the different styles of Cross Saber that he uses. How many do you think we get?
Those existed.
Yeah, most people do, don't worry. And then Revice obviously had 2 with Ultimate, Revi, and Vice. How many final forms for the main rider do we get this season? Christian is thinking real hard, so I'm gonna make him go first.
Balls to the walls, I'm gonna say 10. Reason being, there are 10 levels to the Kemi cards. So the final Kemi card is gonna have 10 iterations at each level.
Should I burst your bubble now, or should I wait?
Wait.
Okay, no, I'll wait. Josh.
I'm gonna go with 2 because I feel like he'll have a wild final form. They'll like remember that gimmick exists for the final form. We'll see it once, just like Boost Mark 3.
Kane.
I kind of want to say 3 for the reasoning that I kind of want a build situation where Hopper 1 gets its own and Steamliner gets its own, and then there's the combination of the 2. I don't think it's gonna happen, but let's mark me down for 3.
Okay, I'll burst Christian's bubble right here. The level, because I also think it's a big number. Don't get me wrong. The levels are not on the show Kemi cards.
What?
I didn't know.
Did you see the face drop? Can so
I'm looking this up now. Shut up. No, there's no way.
turn that into a GIF. That was wonderful.
What?
I can bring up the episode right now and show you guys, but yeah,
It's fine. You know, Hog, things do tend to slide. You know, you study so hard, put in so many hours, it just, some things begin to slip.
It's never enough, huh? You can only prepare so much.
his final form, I think, is him being able to turn into some form that uses each Kemi. So I think he has a final form that can use whatever Kemi set the dial on or whatever it's going to be.
Are you counting that as multiples then?
Yeah, I think he can do infinite however many chemis there are is how many he can use. I think we see 5 of them. Question number 5. How many ride chemi cards do we get throughout the whole season? In-show ride chemi cards. Kane.
101. They said it right. No, it's not. It's not gonna stop at 101. It's not going to stop at 101.
You got to get ride chemi Johto and ride chemi Hoenn. And
Yeah,
Ride
exactly.
Chemi-
We're gonna find out there's a whole other region. No,
Yeah.
I feel like 200 is too high of a number, but we're still pumping out Ranger keys. So I feel like 200 is too much and yet too little. But I'm gonna say 200.
Josh.
Number of chemi cards I think we'll get in the show. First of all, it bothers me because of the fact that there's 101 chemis, but the forms are like 2 chemis per form, and that doesn't. So that's
There's
gonna be
one
a problem.
Mew just floating around.
I'm gonna go with, it's gotta be like a really stupidly weird number. I'd say like 147 cards.
My low guess was like, and I'll come up with one, but like my low guess was like 106. But I have this like feeling in the pit of my stomach that they're gonna double it because they obviously need to do more sets of cards. I think we at least get 4 sets of probably like 88 apiece. So I'm gonna say 260. Sorry, I'm pulling back in the episode and looking if these cards have levels on them. They do when he henshins. Oh, they do have a level. I could have swore the show cards were different. All right, I was wrong.
that film.
All right, I pulled the film. All right, next question is the last question in All About the Numbers is.
I did not answer.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's fine. We can continue if you want, Hawk. I believe you're just too afraid of what is to come next. We're gonna get another 100 cards. They're either gonna be from another dimension. They're gonna come from some ancient alchemy monsters. There's gonna be another. So we're looking about 200 right there. And then I'm gonna say for the final form, or maybe the pre-final form, we're gonna get a big one. So that puts us about, where is that? A 202. And then for the big bad evil rider at the end, he's also going to have another one, maybe a black version of the final form, and that will put us at about 203.
You know what's funny? You said we're gonna get the big one, and I couldn't help but think of that giant Pokemon card.
I thought that too, like the big Pikachu one.
You're just gonna stuff that in the belt?
Exactly. Yes.
Last question in All About the Numbers is how many main cast deaths do we get this season? I will help us all out and say that Geets had 16, but Revice had 14. So there is big numbers in seasons that aren't death battle games. So
Now, Hawk, before we start this, I like to preface this with understanding that are we counting if they come back as well?
yes,
Or only if they die forever?
we already have 1 death in Gotchard. I will say that.
Understood.
Also, it's Kamen Rider. Nobody dies forever.
No one
Yeah,
ever
exactly.
really dies. I'm gonna say, how many did Geets have again? Wait, no, Geets is not a fair comparison.
Revice.
Everyone
Sorry,
dies in
somebody
Geets.
in the chat corrected me. Revice had 12, Geets had 14.
5. Let's go 5. The cast doesn't seem very big right now.
5 is almost all of them.
Yeah, I know. now that it's left my mouth, I don't know if. Oh gosh. 10. Let's go 10. Let's go 10. We already have 1, so what's 9 more?
Christian, how about you?
I'm gonna have to project out and say roughly about 15.
Josh.
With the cast we have now, with like some rumored potential cast members, and just the fact that they will continue to grow the cast, if I guessed 7 riders, I feel like maybe at least like 2 of those will die. So I'm gonna go with like, I'll say 3.
I was feeling that too, but after seeing all the numbers,
I'm gonna regret that answer, but I'm gonna go with 3.
We also have to understand that villains have to die too.
Yes.
Oh,
like
are we
the
counting villain deaths?
Yeah, so like
You
the
have to
3
count villain deaths.
How many
3
episodes are
girls.
there again? 49.
Every monster of the week.
Well, yeah, 3's definitely not the right one. Then you know what? I'll go the same with number of riders. I'll go with 7.
I will go with 23. I don't know. Somebody tweeted me today, and there is a picture in the preview of Hopper 1 standing in front of a plate full of dead hoppers. And so that like set off my mind of like, what if this season just goes crazy?
I love the idea of, in the first episode, Steamliner's like driving around all uncontrollably. You would think would be like the one to like kill anybody if that was gonna happen.
Somebody definitely died in that first episode from Steamliner.
For sure.
There's
Really.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then their death got erased from everybody's memory, so it makes it
real quick.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
All right, the last round is called Let's Get Crazy With It. Each question in this is worth 5 points, and our contestants can give the most specific prediction they want or the most general prediction they want. It is 3 questions or 3 predictions that they themselves came up with, but there is a 4th prediction that they have to choose, and it is coming from you. I asked you guys on YouTube and Twitter to give me your predictions for Kamen Rider Gotchard, and so I'm going to randomly assign one to each contestant, and they will have to choose to bet against or with it or against it. The way this round works is anyone can come up with a prediction, and anyone can bet against that prediction. If someone bets against that prediction and they are right, the person whose prediction it is loses 5 points off their total score. All right. Let's start out with, because it was the first one on the call, Josh, pick a number 1 through 4.
2.
From A Stranger on the Internet from YouTube says, there will be other pseudo-riders like Valverad. Each will use a specific category, and each will use a different weapon to transform. Do you bet with A Stranger on the Internet or against A Stranger on the Internet?
I'm gonna bet with, mainly because I just really like the idea of that.
Yeah, as soon as I saw the categories, I was like, that makes sense that there would be a rider for each one.
Yeah, at least one other one.
Christian.
And give me number 3, Hawk.
Number 3 is from Sergeant Hooked on Heroes. Our boy on Twitter says, the final form will be each ride Kemi on the chest and a combination with Hopper 1.
Oh, I 1000% was already going to predict this. I am for this all the way. 110%. All points on the card. Yes.
Kane, number 1 or 4?
I'll go with 4.
Number 4 is from LAP Productions channel on YouTube. He says, Hotaro will get detention, but there will be a Kemi on the loose and someone else has to stop it.
Hotaro in detention?
Yeah.
No, you know what? I can see that. Yeah. Yes. I replayed the entire episode in my head just now. No, yes. 100%.
Which means I get number 1, and number 1 is from Green Ranger Dawn on Twitter. It says, some exiled alchemist is going to show up and start a whole lot of trouble for our heroes later on. And that's just another easy trope. I'm going to say yes on that one. All right, I asked you all to come up with 3 predictions. Josh, give me your first one.
All right, let me pull up my list here of predictions. I don't know the names of the trio of villains at all, but I'm predicting that not the one that became the monster this episode and not the little girl, but the other one.
The Dilf Hunter.
Will be the final boss of the series, but will not be a Kamen Rider because I don't feel like they'd make a female Kamen Rider the final boss.
Christian, what's your first one? Oh,
All
sorry.
right,
Does
so-
anyone want to bet against or for that? No? All right.
The game.
Christian, what's your first one?
Now, Hawk, I'm gonna have to say that looking at the cast right now, I'm trying to understand who exactly I see, having a strong series throughout all the way, And I'm gonna have to say, I really do believe that Lay Chase is a contender in making it all the way to the very end. Now,
Who is Lay Chase?
I believe y'all gave her the moniker of Dilf Hunter.
Okay, gotcha.
Now you see, I believe.
We're all talking about the same one, but have different names.
Now you see, Clotho, the little girl, she's gonna fucking kill Atropos which is the big one that turned into the monster this episode. She's gonna fucking kill
You
her.
can say any name and I believe you. I have no idea.
You got the entire thing right, but you got their names wrong. So 0 points.
Now Clotho's gonna kill Atropos, and this is gonna cause Lay Chase to have some concerns and some issues with the currency ongoings between her sisters. She's gonna lose any sort of relation to Clotho, and she's gonna make a big turnaround come the latter half of this series. And I really do believe that she will be the female rider by episode 32.
I just checked it and conferred with chat. Clothos is the one that turned into the monster.
Whoopsies daisies.
All right, so sorry, what was your prediction again? Kane, what is your first prediction?
I didn't really have any predictions going into this. I kind of wanted to listen to everyone and just decide then and there. But I think there might be some weird love story happening. I have a feeling that
Dilf Hunter's winning? Dilf Hunter's coming out on top? Is that the prediction?
I think she is leaving the dark side, and Alchemist, the gave the Gotchard driver, is coming back, and they fall in love, and I don't know.
Booga and the Dilf Hunter
Yeah,
together in Kane's prediction.
Listen, this is probably not going to happen, but you know, why not? If I get this, then cool. But
does anyone want to bet against that?
I will.
I don't blame you, not in the slightest.
All right, Christian's betting against it. My first one. I'm gonna pick an easy one. I think you guys are going way too specific, way too early. Here's my first one. Hotaro is going to gain the power to create a new Kemi.
Just imagination, Tokyuger, all up in this.
Yep. It's called alchemy, Kane. Okay, you don't know how it works.
Oh, okay. I'm so sorry.
Christian, what's your second one?
Like I said, I see Lay Chase making it all the way. I really do. I really project her to have a great series. Atropos, I don't think she's gonna be the big bad. I think she's gonna end her time on this run strong. I don't think she's gonna be the big bad. And also, I'm gonna parlay that prediction and say that the history teacher will be the big bad, and he will turn into a Kamen Rider, White Wizard style.
I will bet against that.
Fuck you.
Josh, what do you got?
So I think his name is Rio or whatever. The one dude who like saw the chemis and his phone got erased.
The best friend.
Yeah, I feel like he's definitely like our Julio like character, like from Revice. So I feel like he won't learn their lesson, and they will make him a rider, but he'll not still just like Julio, not get his own like unique suit until like after the ship. So I'll say that he'll become a rider, but he won't have like his own rider identity.
Kane, what's your second one?
Okay, before I got distracted by the MILF Hunter theory, Dilf Hunter theory. I'm so sorry. My original theory was that Lay Chase, Meowth in this scenario,
Meow. The Sisters of Darkness, you know.
Yeah.
But specifically, you're talking about the 9-year-old, correct?
Yes.
Gotcha.
I have a feeling that she's going to be the big bad in some capacity. But and I don't know if I want to include this in the theory for extra points, but I feel like they're going to pull like a Power Rangers Turbo Justin and Kamen Rider her. But I don't. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, let's include that in the theory for the points. They're just going to pull Luna, I guess, and become the main rider villain.
I'm not gonna go against it because I really want her to be the villain. I want her to stay 9 years old though. Like,
just this tiny terror.
Yep. Just I hope she gets the freaking wings and everything. I hope she can just like she just grabs a Kemi by the neck and is just like the worst Children of the Corn style child.
Every time she uses a Kemi, it'll become like a black and white version of the card that they can sell on other versions.
Exactly.
That's actually genius. That's great.
Actually.
No, that's going to happen. Yeah.
My second one will be my second one's gonna be Hopper 1 at some point in the season. is going to say words more than just Hopper. I get, like, he's the only one that's going to do it, too. No other Kemi is going to talk except for him.
I'm gonna bet against.
No.
Yeah.
How dare you, Josh?
I know.
Kane, what is your third prediction?
I was kind of joking about it at the beginning, but I think maybe Hotaro will beat Final without henshining at all. Just in his civilian form. And that'll be his dream, to be a hero, alchemist person. I can't use my Gotchard Buster, but I have my hands.
Oh, like the driver's broken.
Yeah, it makes sense if the driver's broken and he basically mirrors the Fuga fight from the beginning of the first episode. Where he's like throwing up the cards and they're all.
You know what? Yeah, let's make this a little bit coherent. All right, so he I know I was just kind of like BSing it, but he was always an alchemist, even without the Gotchard driver. That was just the help, you know. Yeah, that's what I'm going with.
The true alchemy was the friends.
Josh, your final prediction.
All right, so this is like kind of a show prediction, but it's like what I'm thinking is that I find it very strange that they haven't formally announced a Gotchard and Geats crossover thing yet. Mm-hmm. Usually they would by this point.
Literally the first thing they did for Geats.
Yeah. Usually
that's right.
It gets usually announced with the summer movie, so I'm surprised they didn't do it. So I feel like we're gonna get like more than just a Geats crossover film. I feel like we could get like a Reiwa like crossover film or something. Like
Reiwa Generations first, let's go.
Yeah, like maybe all 5
Mega Max.
Yeah, something like that. Like either I feel like either they go that route or they do like all 4 card seasons. Or even though they just got Ryuki back last year, but hey, sure, they can do it again.
Anyway, betting against it.
Are we counting the Versus movie with like the crossover film that is not just Geats? Oh wait, not just Geats. Okay, never mind. Yeah, I'm betting against it. I think they're gonna save the all riders together thing for 5 for her rider number Reiwa 5, 1000%. They're saving it for that next year.
This is Reiwa.
Oh,
this is Reiwa 5.
Yeah,
no, this isn't. No.
Yeah.
We 01 Saber,
Saber,
Revice.
Geats.
Oh shit! No, never mind. Never mind.
You actually made me out.
Never mind.
I had to.
Here's the thing. I really thought Reiwa 5 was gonna be an anniversary series, so like I'm actually fucking shocked. I'm actually shocked.
I'm so happy we got the clip of him counting out the show.
All right, my final one. I'm gonna give away my other 2, and then I'll tell you my final one. My alternate ones were literally one of the sisters becomes a rider, but like everyone figured that. Fuga comes back through resurrection from the sisters and is evil. But my actual prediction is that the way we get more cards is the Kemis we currently have will evolve into stronger Kemis.
Hopper 2.
Yes.
Hopper V3. Shin Hopper 1.
Hopper man. To put on my last
Hopper
one, I guarantee you the last line of this whole series is going to be Hopper saying gotcha. Just that's what it's going to be.
Oh yeah.
It's going to be the ace with us of this series is Hopper just jumping in there and going gotcha. We all got 3 choices. That's the end of the game.
I didn't give my last one.
Did you not?
Keep skipping me, dude.
Oh, he counted to 5, and that was it.
Is it the voice? Are you sick of the voice? I'm done with the voice, man. Oh my god.
I'm so sorry, Christian. What is your last one?
Nah, man. I get it. So I was gonna say the Hopper one was gonna talk. I'm gonna be more specific with it. Hopper 1 will say Merry Christmas. Hopper 1 will say Merry Christmas.
All right, now I believe we have everyone's third prediction. I am so sorry, Christian. Where can people find you?
I have a YouTube channel called Christian Antoine. I make YouTube videos. You can watch
very
me
good.
there.
You should all watch it.
Sure, man. Yeah, if you want to say so.
I specifically love the Power Rangers Samurai video. It was lovely.
Oh, the one on the Wii? Yeah. I played the Wii game. Yeah.
I like the dancing one. You already know I like that one.
Oh, dude, that one has like the least amount of views on my entire channel. That's crazy.
Go watch
the TikTok dance or the
exercise one. Sorry.
Oh, the what?
The exercise one.
The exercise. Yeah, that one has
Yeah.
the least amount of views.
Go watch the Power Rangers exercise video
Go-
on
go
Christian
watch
Antoine's
that.
YouTube.
It's always like the best videos that you make that do like the worst. That's
Oh
the
yeah,
best.
yeah.
Kane, where can people find you?
You guys can find me on Twitch and Twitter. On Twitter, you can find me at _, because someone else took Knight, and on Twitch, that would just be Knight.
Josh.
All right. Well, you guys can follow me on YouTube at Toku Topics, and of course on Twitter at Living Ranger Key or at Lightning Fit PR.